I have with me Jerry Morrow. He's the facility manager at Verizon.net. Jerry, thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
How big is the facility footprint that you manage, and what are the power and cooling requirements there?
Our facility is about 83,000 square feet with 24,000 square foot raised floor space. We peak at about 500 tons cooling load, and we range anywhere from 1.4 to 1.6 megawatt electrical usage.
Do ISP data centers have different challenges from those regular enterprise data centers have, and what are those challenges? What are the differences?
Some. Because we serve end user customers and it's revenue generating, reliability is one of the most important things there. We have probably some more redundant systems for infrastructure support, and the care and maintenance and repair of those is crucial to keeping all our end users online and happy.
Do the facilities you manage run into problems of power and cooling limits that the rest of the industry faces, and what drives growth in those facilities requirements?
We do. As the business expands, the various groups that occupy the data center want to add equipment. And it's not necessarily takes out something and then add it, it's just add more equipment. So this begins to push the limits of our power and also cooling that we monitor closely so we don't hit a point where we're in simplex mode. We try to work with the IT groups as they progress into new types of equipment that is more energy efficient. So that's one of our strategies. If they can take out equipment and replace it with newer equipment, we can lower our electrical and cooling demand.
How has the recent explosion of online video and mobile content affected the infrastructure you manage and its facilities requirements? Have you seen any impact, or do you anticipate any?
We're beginning to. With the advent of TV over IP to handheld devices, computers, we know that the traffic is going to increase. We did some future proofing a while back. We began our data center on an OC48, and now we're running on an OC192, which gives us the bandwidth to move the volume of information that we can today and should for the near future. There may be a time in the future when we have to use multiplexing or bring in another line to move the additional volume of data.
And on the facilities side, I know you mentioned working with the IT group on selecting equipment that they put in and dealing with old equipment. Are there any other things, any other ways you guys tackle power and space issues and cooling?
Yes, and one of the things that we've done is this data center is about 7 years old, and there's new technology out there for extending our existing systems in the manner of cooling. Airflow is critical, so even as simple as redirecting cool airflow toward the cabinets has helped. Changing the return airflow on the crack units around the perimeter of the room has helped. Closely controlling, even as far down as the cooling coil valves, to make sure that they're putting out a temperature that will keep the computers cool, but not waste chilled water. So we have honed that down pretty close. Also, and this helps on the electrical side, because if you can trim that down to an acceptable level for cooling, it also helps the chillers run more efficiently, not using as much electricity. And just our monitoring system, even on a weekly basis, we take a profile and look at what's going on to see if new equipment has had a significant impact or just what it's doing to our data center power and cooling line.
Jerry, thank you very much.